This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hello there everybody, it is me XfreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're building this Greek inspired villa for Tartosa, and yeah, we're still on that My Wedding Stories hype train, of course. At this point, the pack is set to release about a day or two from when I'm recording this, so I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on the pack. As I mentioned in my last build, it's probably one of my favorite game packs, and I know that the pack is supposed to be Italian themed, but when I saw this one lot, I just knew that I had to build a Greek inspired villa. You'll see when we get there in just a second because we're actually starting this build in Newcrest. So yeah, we're prefabricating these archways, which I feel like are so iconic to Greek architecture. There's no way I could do justice to building a Greek villa without them. So I am using the tool mod to make these masonry archways from scratch using these tile pieces from Spade. And the reason why I'm doing this in Newcrest and not in Tartosa is because currently the tool mod doesn't work with the new world. Like, it literally just glitches out and crashes the new world, so I couldn't really do anything with the tool mod right now. So I'm really looking forward for Twisted Mexi to update this, please, because I really want to use this in the world. Yeah, no pressure. I could always prefabricate something in a different world anyway, so it's all fine. But yeah, we're making this archway as well as a couple of other architectural details, in particular this staircase railing, which was such a pain to do because it just took me forever. Also, because I use so many of these tile pieces that you actually have to buy for like simoleons, this house ended up being way more expensive than what I was hoping for a tier 3 tiny home build. So I believe these staircases, just the railings, cost over 10,000 simoleons, and that's just because I use so many of these tile pieces. And the reason for that is because I just didn't like the pre-existing railings that we had. We have these like solid concrete railings that came with the base game, and there's also one that came with Eco Lifestyle. I didn't quite like any of them because they didn't quite match the look I was going for. We really need these minimalist looking ones because the other ones, yeah, they just did not work with the style I was going for. And also the colors, the swatches did not quite work. We need more white swatches because The Sims 4 just sucks when it comes to white swatches because they're not really white. They're either gray or yellow. Like, let's be real. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but yeah, they just do not look white enough for a Greek inspired build of all things, which is, you know, here's the thing. Greece is pretty much iconic for their white villas, right? So yeah, I knew I had to do this using the tool mod to be able to do that type of architectural justice, because I was mainly inspired by, you know, the architecture of places like, you know, Santorini and Mykonos. I believe that's called the Cyclades. I'm not sure actually how to pronounce it. Let me think. Cyclades. There we go. I believe that region of Greece is known as the Cyclades. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have tried researching that actually, and there's a couple of different ways to pronounce it. I believe that's how you pronounce it in English. But yeah, the Cyclades is kind of known for its like white villas that have a lot of history behind them. Somebody from Greece actually told me that the colors were inspired by the Greek flag. Apparently that's more of a later thing that the government that the government imposed in like the 1960s or something. But traditionally, the houses were lime washed because it had like some disinfectant properties to it. And according to one video that I saw on YouTube, the reason why they painted the windows blue is so that the house would be camouflaged from the pirates, because this region of Greece is kind of known for its pirate raids, and most often than not the villages would have been built in the cliffside, so painting the houses white and blue would camouflage them against the sky so that the pirates would not see the village. At least that's one explanation that I found online, which is pretty believable in my opinion. But you know, eventually it has been grown to be associated with the Greek flag colors, so that's also pretty cool as well. I can't really think of that many countries that literally paint their houses the same color as their flag. I think that's pretty cool. But for this build, I definitely tried to rewatch some of my favorite movies that are set in Greece. Not gonna lie, I didn't know that many movies that were set in Greece. The only one I know really is Mamma Mia, and I absolutely love that movie, but I've seen that movie so many times I could not rewatch it ever again. Unless in like really special circumstances. There's also like a sequel to that which I didn't enjoy as much as I did the first one, because the first one was just, you know, so special to me. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations on movies that are set in Greece, please let me know, because I really struggled to find, you know, a TV show or movie set in Greece that I could kind of rewatch to kind of get into the mood for this build. The only show I really enjoyed that is set in Greece is actually The Darls, which is a period drama. It's a British period drama about a British family that moves to Greece. But the thing is, they don't live in a house that has this particular style, because The Darls is set in Corfu, and forgive me for saying this, but Corfu kind of reminds me more of Italy. It has more of like that style of architecture, so I was really looking for, you know, shows that were set more in like the Cyclades region or like the Cyclades region. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly actually, but I'm pretty sure you guys will correct me in the comments, so please feel free to do so. But yeah, I absolutely love this little island. By the way, I believe this is where one of these starter homes is located, and when I saw this, I just knew that this lot would be perfect for a Greek inspired villa. By the way, this house that we're building right now has one bedroom and one bathroom, and I made it for more of like an artist's retreat, so it's not necessarily wedding themed. I'm pretty sure you will have your fill of wedding themed villas, but for me this is like my ultimate fantasy vacation home in Greece. Okay, so I made this for like an artist, maybe like a writer, and they're basically like a published writer, they're like a best-selling author, that kind of person, and you know, they have enough money to be able to afford a house in Greece, and they occasionally come here on vacation, especially whenever they feel like they have writer's block or something. This is kind of like that kind of retreat. So yeah, that's kind of like what I envisioned for this house. So it's very rustic, it's very quaint, very lived in, very cluttered, so definitely not your stereotypical vacation home that's, you know, more put together. You know, this is definitely more of a home. This is definitely more of a retreat for an artist. So yeah, for the outside, of course, I went for the stereotypical, you know, white plaster walls with the really brightly saturated blue windows. The windows I chose for this build are from University, because surprisingly they come in a swatch that I really liked. I needed something that had a really saturated blue color, and unfortunately we didn't have that much to choose from in game. And this is where the color wheel would have come in handy, because I would have liked the blue for the windows to match more of the Greek flag. That's all I'm saying. But you know, we work with what we have, and I'm really happy with how the outside turned out. For some of the doors, I did use a brown swatch. As much as I wanted to make everything blue, there just was not any available swatches for them, so it is what it is. I'm still really happy with how nice and rustic everything came together on the outside. One thing that is a little bit unfortunate is that this build is a little bit more of a pack heavy build. Sadly, I did use around 15 packs for this build, and a lot of them were actually kits. And yeah, I don't know why, I just really felt like a lot of the kits had items that matched the aesthetic that I was going for. And actually the wallpaper that I used for this house is from the Moroccan kit, which is the whitest wallpaper that I can find, because I really needed to find something that matched the white of the spa day tiles. And the spa day wallpapers would have been great, but they weren't white enough, and they also had the tile texture, which I did not want. I wanted more of a stucco texture for that. But one thing that I really loved about this Moroccan wallpaper are the different color options. They are so beautiful. So each room actually has a pop of color. So the main living area downstairs has like this beautiful blue color, and then downstairs there's an extra room that's supposed to be like a TV room. I tried to limit the amount of technology in this build, so there is one TV room and that's pretty much it. You can also turn it into a bedroom if you want to, but that one has a pop of red, and this room that we're working on right now has a pop of yellow, so I used the primary colors as accent walls, and I absolutely enjoy it. And that closet is from one of the earlier packs, actually. I believe it's from Movie Hangout, which has the Bohemian themed items in it. So yeah, I did use a lot of packs, but it's mostly like 1 or 2 items, you know. City Living, I used the fence that goes around the porch area. And then Strangerville, I used one gate. The one wrought iron gate out back is from Strangerville. So, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, uses 1 or 2 items. If you don't have them, you probably won't really miss them. The only thing that you really need for this build is probably Spa Day and the Moroccan kit, as well as the rustic kitchen kit. I keep forgetting their names, I'm sorry. And maybe Jungle Adventure and Cottage Living. And that's pretty much it. I love the bedroom, by the way. It has a little, you know, writer's desk, and I use that chair. That is such a cute chair, and I love how it's kind of like a light blue color. Super cute. And the bathroom I also really love. I love how I put the bed, I love how I put the bathtub like next to the window. Probably not the best in terms of privacy, but definitely in terms of the view, because this place has amazing views of the ocean, so you know, why not, right? So I'm showing you guys how this build looks at night, and unfortunately, as you see, there is some weird lighting effects on the archways and on the staircase, which isn't really that bad, but I just wanted to show you guys how it looks at night. Also, one of the highlights for the pack for me is this functional tea set. Now, I originally placed this with like a dining table setup, and I just realized that it doesn't work like that actually. I think the tea set is more for like a living room type setup, because I tried to make my sim sit and pour the tea. The animation just didn't work. So yeah, she kept standing up, so I just redid that whole entire layout. But yeah, we also have a little vegetable and flower garden out back, which is so cute. Yeah, I just really enjoy this, and I just, you know, interspersed a bunch of actual crops with some, you know, decorative ones, just to give you that effect. But it looks like that's actually going to be it for this build. So I hope you all enjoyed it as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. You all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.